U.S. Coliseum, a place traveler calls home and the crowd loves to fight on with supporting the USC Trojans. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on another team from the SEC, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Ducks will kick it away to start. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Lewis to throw. Quarterback extends the play. Firing to the right, complete. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Really nice pass there. You know the expectations at USC every year are sky high. Not just to win the conference, but to be in the national championship discussion. But to do that, they need this guy right here to play at a high level week in and week out because this guy has the skills and the tools to take them.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The Trojans are flying down the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Pick up the first down on the ground like that, and it would make Sam Bam Cunningham proud.
All right, I'm going to need a little education. Give me some context on Sam Bam Cunningham.
He was a great, powerful, hard-nosed running back for some of those great Trojan teams of John McKay. after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Quickly complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Lewis wants to pass. Now adjusting. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his back in the middle. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. Timing could not have been better to get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Trojans!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Rice. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. It's complete on the right side. At the 40, there he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives him a chance. He makes this.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Ducks with the 1st and 10. They're going back to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do best. Throw the ball.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the 1st down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Working that left side now. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
I don't know about the play call there, guys. 3rd down and throwing it behind the line of scrimmage, seeing if this guy can do something once he has it in his hands, but a better job of pursuit and tackling defensively, now setting up 4th.
Gets off his 1st one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. USA 7, Oregon 0.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Lewis to throw. Fires to the big fella. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I'll say this
man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. From the gun, the ground game. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? They'll try to get it through the air. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Makes the catch past the sticks. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
It's first and 10 from the 31. Running to the left. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, first and 10. He leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's second and 7.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, we clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, second and 7. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Fires to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Now facing a third and long. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting...
Oh, look out. There he goes. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
Looking downfield, it's Velez. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Keeps looking downfield. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
The corners are walked up tight. It's complete to the right. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
And you really want your best player to be your quarterback, to be your leader. And he's been that all year long. Dude, he's in the top 10 passing in all of college football, and he's leading this team very much in the Heisman race. And guess what? Got a chance to end the year strong, make a statement, and go out and be maybe the best player in all of college football.
He finds his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. From the red zone, looking for a man. The throw. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Trying to pick it up on the ground. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So,
and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And the extra point is good. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. I can't think of anything that frustrates an offensive coordinator more than holding the ball a long time and having no points to show for it, David.
And Reese, first downs, yards, that's not even what they look at anymore. Yards don't really matter. You got to execute in those critical areas on the field and get points on the board.
Yeah, it was mental errors on that last drive, too, that led to negative plays. They got to get those things erased and pull it back together here on this drive. Go put some points up on the board.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Lewis wants to pass. It's complete to the left. Knocked down for the tackle. Timeout is called. Defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Looking to throw for it. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
They'll throw it on first down. Makes the grab over the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
That last completion sets him up on second down. Now they'll run it to the right here. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Now staring at a third and short from the 40. Quarterback will audible. Back to throw, it's Kane. Got a man. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
That's why you got to study your playbook. For all young quarterbacks out there watching, you're not always going to be able to throw it to the intended target. You got to know where your check down options are because you're going to get hit at some point. You've got to be able to get rid of it. Nice job understanding the playbook.
They'll throw it on first down. Good timing on the quick out. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, USC.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's back to throw on second down. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Rolls it in. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They'll immediately call timeout. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Trojans will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is. And you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Back to pass, it's Velez. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drive.
Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Give to the running back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a 1st down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Fires it down the seam. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback checking the play. Dropping back, it's Kane. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that pass picked off.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They'll go right back to it. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
It's really frustrating for a defense when you cover that first play and you knew it was going to be a pass. You cover everything short, but then the quarterback just makes something happen. I mean, just good luck trying to get him. That's why he plays QB. That's why he's so dynamic.
And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the 1st down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downfield anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking for a man, it's Velez. Short throw to the sideline is caught. He's out of bounds, and they'll move the chains with a 1st down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Going up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They're going to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection.
The pass on second down, caught by the receiver. Gain of 18.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's right on target. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Power football with the run. Touchdown, Oregon! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. East Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium. One of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Charlotte. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
The Trojans head it quickly to the line. Running back searching for a hole. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Kane. And the ball is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On 1st down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls into it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. It's complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
Makes the grab on the left. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Oregon 14, USC 10.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Unloads quickly. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown Ducks! That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. This one's complete.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
And the Trojans will hustle from the line. Wants to throw. It's Kane. Buying some time. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
You just don't feel like the quarterback's in a rhythm so far. He's had accuracy issues. That last throw was underthrown, but we've seen bad decisions. Trying to force the football in places it just shouldn't go, and that's why he's already thrown multiple interceptions.
They'll line up for a second down play. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Oregon! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. You can see it on the sideline. They've built a comfortable fourth quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
That just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple couple of possessions, they've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. You got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground and you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll give it to him again. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Of one. Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback checking off. Back to throw. It's Kane. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
Oh, that's really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Coming after it. Took a shot as he threw. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. The Trojans racing to the line in a hurry up.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense.
Fires one high and deep. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He'll just keep slinging it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, and they convert. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
He's got his man.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, USC.
And I would use this as a part of my offense, too. When I got a guy like this, I can do the design quarterback runs with, and he can make 10 yards look like it's nothing. I mean, just chews up dirt quickly and gets in the end zone.
Back to pass, it's Kane. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Shows him the stiff arm. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and lead the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep. Just like that guy did there.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Tackled after picking up the first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
To the ground with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Looking for a man. It's Velez. And they got him for the sack. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
And the returner will be brought down. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They're starting to feel a little desperation here, David. They just can't press yet.
It's go time. We got to put some drives together, down multiple possessions, Jesse. We don't have any time to waste.
Yeah, so at this point of the game, your best players have to touch the football. You've got to dial up plays, getting your biggest playmakers involved now if you're going to win this game.
Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 15. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Going the other way, and he's got room. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands.
On the double.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Floating away. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. All business today for this ball club. They come out, and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.